Hey, what's up guys, it's Damon here back with another Injustice video. I know a lot of people do Injustice 2 characters they want for DLC, but since we're like nearing the end of the DLC, at least I think we are, the announced DLC is about to be over. We have 2 characters left. I'm pretty sure we have 2 characters left. That's what I saw in the fucking select menu, so I'm pretty sure we just have 2 characters left. And that's the Ninja Turtles and Enchantress. I think Enchantress can be cool, but since we don't really have much choices over what's going to be in Injustice 2 at this point, I want to make assumptions for new characters that will be in Injustice 3, if there is an Injustice 3. So I have collected about 12 characters, and most of them are just ones that I think would be cool and ones that I want. Now let me just get something out of the way. I know DC Rebirth has had a lot of characters. I think a cool character that I've just heard about is the Red Lion. I don't care if he's a copy of Black Panther. I freaking love Black Panther too. So shut the fuck up. I think that's gonna be a cool character in the future, but he hasn't had his own comic book really, so I don't know yet. But there's also the Dark Knight's Metal, and I know there's a lot of characters in there. I've heard it's really good, but I just haven't read any of it. I don't have a comic book store near me, so I don't really pick up too many comics. So there might be cool characters in Dark Knight's Metal or DC Rebirth, but I just don't know about them, so they're not going to be on this list. Another thing that won't be on this list are versions of the Flash. I'm expecting that there will be different versions of the Flash, and by different versions, there's a lot of different Flashes. Uh, there's already Reverse Flash, just a bunch of crap. I can't even remember all of them. There's like fucking the Black Racer or something. I don't know. There's a bunch of Flashes. Okay, so I'm fine with any of the Flashes being in the next game. I know we had a few in Injustice 2, but if they have something like the Flashes that have been in the Flash show or whatever, the weird. I don't know too much about Flash, so don't make fun of me if I don't know this guy's name. I think it's Savitar or whatever. They have something like that, or Godspeed, I think it is. Something like that. I think that would be cool, but I'm not going to put it in here because there's a lot of different versions of Flash. Another thing I won't be doing is certain lanterns. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of lanterns that are cool, like Atrocitus. If he wasn't in Justice 2, I definitely wanted to be in Justice 3, because I was really hoping Atrocitus would be in Justice 2. But other than that, I don't really have a particular favorite lantern. There's people like John Stewart. We already got him, actually. Guy Gardner. There's just a bunch of lanterns, so I'm not going to go into the details of that. But yeah, that's basically all I have to say. I'm not going to be including all of that stuff just because there's so many characters, and I can't really pick things specifically. Also, I haven't read DC Rebirth or any of that, so don't come at me with like, holy shit, dude, how have you not seen this amazing character in DC Rebirth? Fuck you. Uh, please don't do that. Also, don't get freaking mad at me if there's a lot of Batman characters. I'm sorry that Batman has a fucking lot of rogues gallery, a unique variety of villains and characters in his rogues gallery. So don't get fucking mad at me. Just like this person on screen. Yeah, fuck you. Anyways, so let's get right into this. So the first person, these aren't in any particular order, but the first person I want is Azrael. Oh my god, I want Azrael in Injustice 2 so bad, even if he's just a skin for Robin. I know he's a Batman villain. I don't give a shit. Fuck you. So I really want Azrael. I think he's a really cool character, and I think he would have a really cool gear set. If there are gear in Injustice 3, I'm assuming there will be. I mean, I don't think they just get rid of it. So, and they have to have those stupid loot boxes. You know what I mean? The mother boxes, stupid loot boxes. You know what they mean? You got to get that extra cash. You know how NetherRealm is with the loot boxes. Anyways, I think Azrael will be a really freaking cool character. I mean, he has a sword. So in the next game, if they don't really have any characters that are like a sword type, which I have like 3 sword types in this entire list. I'm sorry about that, but they could use Azrael as a sword type, and I think he would just be really cool. I mean, his gear system, just think about the gear system. How fucking cool he would look. Uh, I really have nothing to say. He would just be a fucking cool ass character. They could have a Nightfall skin for him. That would be fucking badass. Anyways, the next character I want is Steppenwolf. I know a lot of people want that other fuckboy general from Darkseid or whatever. I don't care about him, okay? I just want Steppenwolf. I know. Why do people hate Steppenwolf so much? Like, I know he wasn't that great in Justice League, but he still looked cool. I mean, he still looks awesome. Like, he could have this cool big ass hammer. His gear system would be freaking amazing. Just really freaking amazing. Holy crap. You could customize his freaking hammer or whatever. That would be fucking amazing. I just have nothing to say except that would be fucking amazing. Like, why can't you have Steppenwolf? He would be like as big as Darkseid or something like that in Injustice 2. I feel like Darkseid should have been bigger in Injustice 2, but who cares? Yeah, Steppenwolf would be a really cool character, especially for a gear system. His gear would just be absolutely amazing. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about Steppenwolf. There isn't much. I'm not going to be telling you exactly what these people could be doing in the story. I just want to say why they'd be cool. Most of it's for gear system reasons. The next character I want is a really unknown character, a character that most people watching this will not agree with, but I want the Ratcatcher. The Ratcatcher is a Batman villain, very unknown Batman villain. I'm sorry, fuck you. That it's a Batman villain. I don't care. Uh, Ratcatcher is like it's what his name is. He's like he can like control rats basically, and he breaks out of jail using rats. He robs banks using rats, and it would be really cool. I think his gear system and his move set would be really cool. His super move could be like a bunch of rats just crawl on you and they eat you alive. Just something like that. That would be super freaking cool. It would basically be like the Scarecrow of Injustice 3, kind of, except there's no fear gas. He does have that Ratcatcher gas, so he could spray that on you. It could be a move. I think he would have a really cool move set. That's what I'm trying to say. The gear system, I don't really know much about the gear system, but I think it would work for this guy. Definitely work for the Ratcatcher. Next character is Red Tornado. Red Tornado, I feel like he definitely needs to be in the next one. He's kind of a unknown slash known character. I feel like he should definitely be in the next one. Kind of like another super powered character, kind of like Superman. He could probably go up against Superman uh, in the story. So I think Red Tornado would be a really cool story element, definitely. All the other characters I listed aren't really much of a story element. Steppenwolf, I don't really know what he would do. I just want him in the game because he looks cool. But Red Tornado, I feel like he would be kind of like Avengers 2 with what's his name, the Vision, where they build him to stop Ultron. I feel like that's something they would do in Injustice 3 to stop, I don't know, Superman or something, or Steppenwolf or something. I don't know, something like that. I feel like that would be a really cool story element. His gear is kind of obvious. It's not going to be something super awesome, but he is definitely a character you can customize. So that I think his gear would be pretty cool. The next one is going to be kind of like two characters. It's an either or kind of thing. So there's got to be a water character. If Aquaman is in the game, I don't really want him in the next game because I don't like Aquaman that much, and he's been in both games. But if they are going to have another water character other than Aquaman in the next one, because they have to have Aquaman for some reason, I'd do either or. It would be Ocean Master or Mira. I can't really decide which one I want. Ocean Master, I think, would have some cool gear, especially with his helmet. Mira, I don't know about her gear. It would be kind of simplistic, but Ocean Master would have some pretty cool gear. But basically, they would just be like the Black Manta or something of Injustice 2. Nothing really too great or anything, but I feel like if you're going to have more than one water character, it would either be Ocean Master or Mira, which that's really all I have to say for them. The next character, I think everyone is going to agree with. This is a character that was actually requested a whole bunch to come in Injustice 2. Even me, I wanted this character. I think Raiden, the DLC character, shouldn't have been there, and it should have been replaced with Static Shock. So if there's an Injustice 3, I'm telling you for sure there's going to be Static Shock. Static Shock, I don't really know too much about him, but I think he looks cool. I think his father is Black Lightning, I'm pretty sure, and Black Lightning is getting a CW show. I don't like CW shows, I'm sorry. Can they please just make him a high budget show? Because I'm tired of the cheesy CW shows. Don't hate on me in the comments. I don't like the CW shows. Anyways, Static Shock would be a really cool character. He could maybe have that the manhole cover that for the sewer systems that he uses, or he could just have some weird thing he flies on. I think that would be really freaking cool. His moveset would be awesome. It would just be like, you know, any electrical character in Injustice 2. But I think this character would be better. He would be like a younger character, more immature character, something like that. And his gear system is definitely could work in this. So yeah, that's all I really had to say. He's just a really requested character. I have no clue why he wasn't in Injustice 2. Now the next character is another sword character. I have like a bunch of sword characters, so get ready for that. But it is Raeshell Ghul. I don't care if you say Raeshell Ghul, it's Raeshell Ghul. I'm sorry, but it's Raish. It's not Raz, it's Raish. So shut the fuck up. Anyways, Raeshell Ghul I think would be a really cool character. His super move would be freaking amazing. I feel like his super move would be him getting into the Lazarus pit and then coming out and then just like destroying you. Like that would be such a cool super move. And his gear would also be really cool. You customize his sword, his gear would definitely work. And that's really all I have to say. He would just be another sword character. And I'd rather have Azrael, but if we're going to have two sword characters, I'd definitely have Raeshell Ghul as well. The next character is a character I'm not really sure about, but I think his moveset would be absolutely amazing. One of the best moveset. It would be Clayface. Clayface would have the coolest moveset ever. I mean, Clayface can make any shape out of his body. His super move would be really cool. His moveset would be amazing, but there's one problem. How the heck are you going to do the gear? Because Clayface is made out of clay. He doesn't wear clothes. He doesn't wear anything. So I don't really know much about how they do his gear. Maybe he makes makeshift, like, armor out of his clay or something. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know, but it just wouldn't work necessarily because he doesn't wear any gear. So I don't know how the gear system would work for Clayface. So yeah, I'm really unsure about that character. I think his moveset would be absolutely amazing, but his gear, I don't think his gear would work at all. So that's a character I'm really unsure about. The next character is, I hope this is the last. I'm pretty sure this is the last sword character. Well, there actually is another one, but he's not really much of a sword character. But the next character is Katana. Katana is, I'm pretty sure, was a requested character as well for Injustice 2. I feel like, I don't know why she wasn't in there. I feel like she would be a great character to have. Just that generic sword character. Well, not really generic. I mean, your sword collects souls, so that, I mean, that would be a cool ass fucking thing. So I think Katana would have some nice gear. I don't know, her gear would be kind of simplistic, kind of like Mira. So her gear would definitely work. Her moveset would just kind of be like Robin's from Injustice 2. So it's just another sword character if they ever need one. I don't know if they'll have 3 sword characters, but if they do, I'd rather have Katana. So the next character, no one. This is probably only me that wants this character. But I don't care if you think I'm like obsessed with this character. I'm really not obsessed with this character. Don't get that in your mind. But I want Prometheus, okay? I know Prometheus isn't the greatest, coolest person on the planet. But Prometheus, I think, is pretty cool. I think his gear, especially, would be really cool. His backstory is pretty cool. You could have some moments with, Batman or something in the story. I don't really know exactly where he would fit in the story. But Prometheus isn't just a Batman villain. He actually fought the Justice League. I don't really agree with his whole alien suit stuff, but it would definitely work better in an Injustice 2 or an Injustice setting. So in Injustice 3, I think Prometheus would be a really cool main story character they could have. His moveset would be pretty cool, and his gear especially would be really cool. The next character is a character I don't think anyone but me also wants, but I want Talon. I know Talon isn't really the most popular character, but I think Talon just looks really fucking cool. I love him. He looks amazing. I think I don't really know where he would fit in the story, since the Court of Owls don't really have much control anymore because it's Injustice. But I think Talon would be a cool DLC character. He would have a really cool gear system. Really cool gear system. I mean, he's had many different versions. You can make him look like Owl Man. That would be freaking amazing. So I feel like Talon would be a really cool character. Talon doesn't necessarily use a sword, but he can at the same time. So I don't know. I mean, if there's going to be 3 sword characters, I feel like Talon should just use a knife or a gun or something like that. But he's very good at martial arts. He's up to par with, like, Batman, maybe. So I feel like Talon will be that hand-to-hand combat, really cool-looking character, have some really good gear. But I don't know if he would really fit in the story, so I think he should be a DLC character. The next 2 characters. Now, I'm not super sure about these 2 characters because I just don't know yet. Now, the next 2 characters are together, as like the 2 characters are like one character, kind of. It's kind of like the Wonder Twins, okay? So it's Hawk and Dove. Hawk and Dove are like this dynamic superhero duo that were in the Teen Titans at one point, and they're gonna be in that Teen Titans show, which I want to be a movie, but you know, they gotta make it a show. They gotta make everything a show and ruin it with their tacky, just cheesy graphics. Oh my gosh. Anyways, Hawk and Dove I feel like would be a great character, except how would that work? I just don't know how it would work. Now the reason I'm not sure right now is because I just don't know how it would work. But when the Ninja Turtles come out, then I'll know how it would work. So the Ninja Turtles, they're 4 characters, and they're gonna be 1 character. So I still don't know how they are gonna work. But if they work perfectly fine, then I think Hawk and Dove would also work perfectly fine because it's just 2 characters. But basically, Hawk is like this. They're like they're meant to be together. They're like the 2 halves, and if they aren't together, then they won't be able to fight crime effectively. So basically, Hawk and Dove are like, they're meant to be together, and without each other, they can't really fight crime effectively. So Hawk, I'm just going to sum it up. Hawk is more of that bad cop, and Dove is more of the good cop. And you can't just have a bad cop by himself, and you can't just have a good cop by themselves, because they wouldn't get anything done. But if you put them together, they can fight crime effectively. That's kind of basically what Hawk and Dove are. They aren't exactly cops. It was just an analogy, but that's basically what they are. And I think if the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, if their movesets and all that stuff work fine, I still don't know how they're going to work, but if there is able to be like 3 characters or 4 characters on one side for like acting as 1 character, and if it works perfectly fine, then I think Hawk and Dove will definitely work perfectly fine in the next game. What characters do you want that I didn't say in this? Do you agree with my lineup for characters? And basically, these characters were characters that we haven't seen before. Obviously, Superman's going to be in the next game. Obviously, you know, the Flash is going to be in the next game. But these are characters that are new and we haven't seen and that I want in the next game. So yeah, guys, tell me what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Also follow me on Twitter. That would be greatly appreciated. It would be greatly appreciated if you share the video and all that stuff. I usually don't ask for likes or anything, but since I'm really trying to grow at this point, it would be super freaking appreciated if you could share the video, tell your friends or something. I'm not forcing you to do it like some people. I'm not going, hey dude, if you don't like the video, I'm gonna kill everyone you like. So that's not me. It's not me. Okay, so Please like the video if you liked it. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter. Share it. Be deeply appreciated. And I'll see you guys in the next video.